Hey, what up everybody, welcome to the Focus page. It's me, Mr. P again, and I'm going to be giving you my newest review of Detroit, which is beyond a shadow of a doubt one of the most acclaimed and most harrowing films that has been released this year, and it stars John Boyega and Pouter. Now, Detroit tells the story of the Algiers Hotel and an incident that took place in 1967 during the riots, in which three unarmed black teens were murdered by racist police officers, and during the process of that, nine other people that were there that day, they are beaten, tortured, and humiliated at the hands of the police. This is due to the fact that the police got a tip that there was a sniper or some gunman that was seen loitering around that area at the time. This film is gripping from the get-go. It gets a hold of you and it doesn't let go. Kathryn Bigelow, who is a very, very talented director, and Mark Bowl, who they both collaborated on Hurt Locker, have done another winning piece of work. And it is both heartbreaking as it is harrowing. And what I found so apt about this film is that even though these atrocious events took place in 1967, 50 years later, nothing has changed. The things that happened then are still happening now, in terms of like murdering of unarmed black kids, police brutality, police getting away with it, and just the injustice that's rife in America right now. There are scenes in this film that will make your jaw drop. There was one particular scene where the tanks are walking through the neighborhood and someone says that they see a sniper walking through, looking through a glass, but it's actually a little child. And what happened next in that film was just, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it was absolutely harrowing. The violence in this film is full on and it's brutal. And I don't think they did it just for controversy's sake. I think they did it, and rightly so, to reflect what's happened in this at that time. You can't romanticize an incident like this. There is no happy ending in this film. The people that did what they did got away with it. No change there. And, it's still a scar on the soul of Detroit and the people that were involved in those incidents. The direction from this film is really beautiful. Kathryn Bigelow is a very, very talented director, and she knows how to handle the tautness of the film, the tension, the drama, and she brings us into that world. We experience the fear, we experience the claustrophobia, we experience the tension, we experience the form of racism, we experience the heartbreaking brutality that these characters experience. And we also experience, what it was like at that time. The same journey that she takes us on in this film is the same journey that Christopher Nolan took us in Dunkirk, where he put us in, what the soldiers were going through at that time. Experiencing, their fear, experiencing, being caught in that tragic situation and how scared they felt. I felt that the performances in this film were excellent. I think John Boyega was very good in this film, but I think the standout star of this film was Pouter, who played the racist police officer. He was on menacing form in this film, and he's a British actor, and he was very, very convincing. And at 24 years old, he's got a bright career ahead of him. And, even though it's too early to say, a possible Oscar nomination could be in the cards for that young man, as it could be for the director. I can't laud this film enough. It is one that I believe everybody should watch. It's a part of history that no one ever knew about, and I think that we should know about it, and I think some dialogue should be sparked about this film. There is a cracking soundtrack from this film, and the last song that is played up by my favourite band, The Roots, is just epic. And I think that that song should be nominated at least for an Academy Award for Best Original Song. It is that powerful and is that reflective of today's times. John Boyega, he was on excellent form as well, as was Algie Smith, who played one of the hostages in the film. I can't laud this film enough. It's one of the best films I've seen this year thus far. I think it should be nominated for Academy Awards, and I hope it wins when Oscar nominations come out next year. I'll give this film 10 out of 10. Is it one to watch? Absolutely. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's definitely one to watch, and it's definitely one for the DVD collection. So I'll give this film 10 out of 10. So folks, tell me what you thought about Detroit. Did you watch it? What did you think about it? Leave your reviews on my page. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I shall see you on the next film review. So you stay blessed and take care.